easy to figure you out. If I can have you now, then easy's what I'm about. I think you might be the wrong person.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new to this channel, let me introduce myself. So, my name is Zati Kusumadewi and I'm from English Education Department of UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. And here is my student number. So, how are you guys? I hope you guys are in a good condition because we are still in the midst of this pandemic. On this beautiful occasion, on this beautiful day, on this sunny day, you can see it in here. I will make a video related to books, but this time a bit different because I will retell a novel story because that's on the previous video, and on this video I will make a review of good book, a good textbook, specifically workbook. And I believe this book will improve your English grammar skill because it has a good review in the internet and it has 4-star for the book in the Goodreads website. And specifically for the beginners, make sure you watch my video from the start to the end so you will gain interest to learn from this book. And this book is called Just Enough English Grammar Illustrated by Gabriela Stapp. Before we go further to the book itself, I will introduce you to the author first. So this is the all about author. The author is Gabriela Stapp, born in Germany and began her professional career as a kindergarten and art teacher. Then, having decided to pursue proficiency in foreign languages, she lived in France and Spain for several years. Then she traveled with her husband to South America and South Africa, where she began her undergraduate career at the University of Africa in Pretoria. Then she completing it at Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. After years of teaching languages in high schools and for the Bayer Corporation, she formed her own company in 2016 named Lico Languages LLC to provide language services and private tutoring in German, French, and also Spanish. Moved to Washington, D.C., she brought her prestigious assignment at the Goethe Institute, the Foreign Service Institute for the Department of State, and the Johns Hopkins School for Advanced International Studies. Gabriel's lifelong passion has been to provide effective learning materials that will assist students throughout the critical early stages of their language learning. After we know some facts about the author, then we will move to the features of the book. This book has a total of 8 chapters with 82 subchapters, and it also has a total of 160 pages. So this book starts with a very attractive cover. You can see it in here, and followed by a table of contents, and also an introduction of what the book contains, how the chapter are organized, and finally the chapters of topics that this book will discuss. And some chapters in this book will be divided into 2 parts. So the first part will discuss the form of part of speech, and the second part will discuss the uses of part of speech. And the material in the book is presented in an easy step-by-step format, so it is very easy for the beginners, I think. Yup, and the book consists of real-life scenarios with interesting characters and simple vocabulary. At the end of each chapter, there will be some exercises provided for readers to practice their understanding of the topics discussed. Then this book provides lots of colorful illustration. Of course, you can see it in here, and there is an answer key before the book ends with about the author's part. Now we are moving to the contents of the book. Just like I said before, that this book has a total of 8 chapters, so we will start to look at it one by one, and we will start from the first chapter called Nouns. And this chapter tells about the basic concept of nouns, of course, such as the definition, the form of the nouns, types of nouns, its function, and how to use it in a sentence. Well, it is good for the beginners who didn't know about nouns. And this chapter is divided into two parts, just like I said before. And the first part discusses the form of English nouns, and the second part discusses the use of English nouns. And then this chapter has a total of 15 subchapters, beginning from page 2 until 26, and on each page there are colorful illustrations related to the topic. And there is one page dedicated for summarizing all the topic using Venn diagram. And after the explanation, there are some review exercises for the readers to test his or her skills. And we move to the second chapter called adjectives. So, same as the nouns, the readers will find a chapter that discusses about adjectives. And just like the previous chapter, this chapter begins with the meaning of the adjective itself and its use in a sentence, of course, and ends with a summary that highlights the important details about adjectives. This is good for the beginners also. And after all the explanation, there are several review exercises for the readers to practice. And this chapter beginning from page 28 until 35. Wow, kind of loud. Okay, we move to the third chapter called pronouns. This chapter discusses the forms and the uses of pronouns in English, and there will be some explanation related to pronouns in this chapter, of course, such as pronoun avoid repetition, personal pronouns, number of pronouns, gender of pronouns, and etc. And just like the nouns chapter, this chapter is also divided into two parts. And yeah, this chapter is beginning from page 38 until 59. Wow, kind of loud. There are still lots of colorful illustration in this chapter. This book is full of colorful illustration, just for you now. Then this chapter ends with some review exercises related to the topic. We will move to the fourth chapter called verbs. So, the verb is the most important part of speech, of course, and related to this book, this chapter tells all the information about verbs, and starting from the verb families until transitive and intransitive verbs. Wow, this is good. This chapter is also divided into two parts, just like the previous chapters, and has 18 subchapters in total. However, this chapter is longer than the previous chapters. It starts from page 63 to 95. Wow, yeah, longer than the previous chapters. There is a lot of colorful illustrations, of course, and the chapter ends with some review exercises, so you can try your comprehension in every last part of the chapter to test your skills, of course. And we move to the fifth chapter called adverbs. And of course, this chapter discusses adverbs, and when you read this chapter, you will know 5 groups of adverbs that modify verbs, adverbs used to form question, placement of adverbs, and other information related to the forms and uses of adverbs. This chapter consists of 10 subchapters beginning from page 98 until 105. And this chapter has many colorful illustrations just like the other chapters, and it has several review exercises also. And for the sixth chapter, it's called prepositions. This chapter discusses the definition of preposition, what preposition express, frequently used prepositions, single word and compound preposition, and prepositional phrases. It also has 8 subchapters. The chapter begins from page 108 until page 116. And yeah, it ends with several exercises but doesn't have a summary just like the other chapters. And for the 7th chapter, it's called conjunction. This chapter will be the final chapter that talks about the important group of words for forming sentences according to the book. However, this chapter only introduced the most common conjunction, namely and, or, and, but. And this chapter only has 5 subchapters, starting from the definition of conjunction until conjunction that can combine 2 sentences. For the final chapter, it's called interjections, and even though conjunction is the final chapter that discusses group of words that can forming sentences, there is one additional chapter, so yeah, this is the additional chapter, namely interjection. It only has 2 subchapters, beginning from page 124 until 125, just 1 page. And from the chapter it shows that common interjection include wow, well, hey, bravo, and oh. The chapter ends with some exercises, of course. Interjection, maybe for the example, it's like, wow, that was good. Wow, that was good. Yeah. And yep, that's for the contents of the book. Then we will move to the review of the book. So in my opinion, this book is designed to give beginner learners of English a basic foundation of grammar like nouns, pronouns, adverbs, adjectives, etc. And this book is also great for students who are just learning English at junior high school, because this book will help them to understand the use of part of speech in a sentence so they can use it in daily conversations. The use of interrelated examples of characters in each chapter is what I like best from this book, because the author has set characters that will be used as the examples from the beginning of this book, such as Miller family. So the examples given are not far from the things that Miller family did or what Miller family felt. Moreover, the illustrations in this book are amazing. It is so detailed and also colorful, so we won't be bored to look at it, and it is interesting to look at, and it will help us to understand the topic best. Well, I can say that this book is truly great for those who are new in learning English and want to learn the basic rules of English grammar. However, there is this thing that I like least from the book, and it is the additional chapter, interjection, that 1-page chapter that not cover a lot of materials. So for me, it is not so important that chapter in there, and if the chapter is not there, it won't matter because we can learn it manually in the internet. So yeah, that's what I like least from the book. And overall, I love the book so much because it will help us to gain more knowledge about grammar rules of English. So that's all from the video of review workbook, and for the last, I'd say thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.